Hi, welcome back to session number 2. I hope you enjoyed teaching the first session. And for today's session number 2, Money Matters to a City, you will need the following items. You'll once again need your guidebook. You'll need your JA banner, your table tents, vocabulary words, the junior journals, and the City Zoo cards. As you prepare for this lesson, you will notice that you'll be talking to the students about the concepts of business, government, and taxes. Again, in your introduction, you're going to visit and remind the students about Mr. Abbey and what those Mr. Abbey represents, the different zones within our map. And then you're going to begin with a conversation with the students to talk about why it's important for the city to have money and what the city uses that money for. Where does that money come from? Well, this will lead to a discussion about talking about government and how the government requires us to pay taxes that go to pay for such things as streets, government buildings, and library. So as you have this discussion, that will lead you to today's activity, which is helping the students to understand how they would pay taxes on the items that they purchase. You might consider bringing in some receipts from purchases that you have made, if it's from the grocery store or maybe from a different store, but so the students can start to see that taxes are paid on the purchases we make. For this activity, as the book instructs, to do the first one together or give an example so the students can understand and see visually on the board how to figure out taxes or that additional amount that is paid on items that we purchase. As you go through this exercise, if you notice that the students are having a little bit of a challenge with it, you may want to consider doing it as a full class or full group activity to help keep the class moving along. But what they're going to do is they're going to take the items, and in our example, the bug notebook is $1. Well, as it states here, sales tax, they need to add 5 cents to each $1. So then they would go ahead and add that 5 cents, so the answer would be $1.05. Again, as you go through each of the examples, the students will be paying different amounts on each of the items that they buy at the zoo gift store. Then for their big activity, you will be using your journals, student journals or junior journals, and this time you will need to turn to the middle page for this activity. This is where the students will be doing an activity working by themselves to do a coin identification or problem solving. So as you see here, the first example, which coin is this? They would circle which coin they believe it is and move to the next question. They will continue to move around the outside of the border till they come to the finish. Then the students have the opportunity to get some extra credit and do these math problems in the middle. After all the students have completed the questions or all the math problems, then you will go around and they will have the opportunity to score their cards. For each point that they get correct, they will be awarded 5 points. For each correct extra credit score that they got, they get 10 points for those. Then the students will add up their total score. As you did in session number 1, you'll want to do a summary review of the key points of this activity and those vocabulary words that you talked to them. Hope you enjoyed teaching session number 2, and we'll see you back for session number 3 shortly.